Hello everyone, welcome to Barca News. It is December 29th, 2024, and Barcelona are interested in signing Corinthian sensation Breno Bidon. Also, the club are also interested in signing Jose Antonio de la Rosa, a player from Cádiz. And finally, the club have decided to rule out the signing of Jonathan David. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Mo and we begin this video with the news that today the first team was back in training after their Christmas holiday, and the training was in open doors as the team trained at the Johan Cruyff Stadium in front of a crowd of around 4,000 to 5,000 people. Afterwards, they were able to sign autographs, take pictures with the fans. A pretty cool activity that Barcelona decided to plan in order to, help their fans enjoy the team up close, and especially with a great gift for these holidays. Now, there's great news that accompanies this open door training session, and it's regards Lamine Yamal, because it seems that our star will be available for the semi-final of the Spanish Super Cup. So that's really, really great news. As you might recall in yesterday's video, I told you that he might be available. But now it looks like he will be available, because today Lamine Yamal underwent medical exams to see how his ankle's doing, and these medical exams have revealed that Lamine Yamal's injury has completely healed and that his ankle is stable, which means that he will return to field training pretty soon, and he will be available for that Spanish Super Cup semifinal on January 8th against Athletic Club de Bilbao in Saudi Arabia. So definitely good news for Flick and for the team, as our young star will be available. And guess who might also be available for the Spanish Super Cup is Andreas Christensen, who trained today with the team in that open door training session, and it looks like he could be receiving the green light pretty soon, which again, also great news, especially since Christensen has missed the entire first half of the season due to injury. He had to undergo surgery on his Achilles heels, and it looks like the Barcelona defender is ready to come back. So great news, because of course the more healthy or the more available players there are, the better it is for Flick and for our beloved team. Anyways, let's move on, because Barcelona are interested in signing Corinthian sensation Breno Bidon. Now, Breno Bidon is a 19-year-old midfielder who currently plays for Corinthians. He is your typical Brazilian number 10, a creative midfielder that Barcelona has been watching for quite some time. In fact, they've been watching him since the Copinha at the beginning of this year. You might recall the Copinha is this tournament that Brazil holds for under 20, if I'm not mistaken, under 20 players. It's kind of a way for Brazil to showcase their young talent to the world. And of course, Barcelona always sends scouts to the Copinha. And while Barcelona scouts noticed Breno Bidon this past January 2024, at the beginning of this year, and Barcelona have been watching him since then, and he is considered one of the most promising Brazilians right now in the Brazilian market. Now, Barcelona scouts have incredibly positive reports against this youngster. In regards to this youngster, or about this youngster, and as such, Barcelona are heavily interested in signing Breno Bidon for Barca Athletic. He currently has a market value around 8 million euros, which Barcelona will hope to negotiate down, negotiate a lower fee. And even though his contract is until 2028, Deco has a really good relationship with Corinthians. So our sporting director might be able to not only negotiate a lower fee, but also, convince Corinthians to allow Breno Bidon to join Barca Athletic. Now, I do want to clarify something. The signing problem is mostly due for the first team. A lot of people say, hey, how is Barcelona going to sign this if we have, we can't even register players? That's mostly a problem for the first team, not so much Barca Athletic. That's how Barca Athletic have been able to sign, Abdelaziz Isa, David Oduro, Ibrahim Diarra, as far as Barca Athletic, there's no problem. So Breno Bidon would be a Barca Athletic signing. So again, there wouldn't be any problems as far as his registration. Now, speaking of Barca Athletic and signing players, there's another player that Barcelona are hoping to sign for their reserve team. But first, before I tell you his name, let me remind you, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment. If you are looking for any Barcelona jerseys or merchandise, make sure you hit the Goal Kids, Kickback, or Fanatics. And if you are looking to place any sports bets, make sure you hit the Bet Us. All links are down below in the description. Now, let's get back to the news, because the other player that Barcelona are also hoping to sign for Barca Athletic is Jose Antonio de la Rosa, who's a 20-year-old left winger who currently plays for Cadiz in the second division. He's described as a fast dribbling left winger, someone who has lots of potential and lots of promise. However, right now he has not been getting minutes with Cadiz, and in fact, at Cadiz, they have told him that they would like to send them on loan during the winter transfer market, and as such, Barcelona have decided to inquire. They've asked Cadiz about the situation of the player because they're interested in signing him on loan this winter transfer market to reinforce the reserve team. Now, Barcelona will have competition, as other clubs are also eyeing a move for the 20-year-old left winger. Amongst those clubs are Celta, Atletico de Madrid, and also Real Madrid. Now, speaking of attackers, we do have to talk about the big news, because it looks like Barcelona have ruled out the possibility of signing Jonathan David. Now, as you know by now, Jonathan David's contract expires at the end of the season with Lille, and he has decided he doesn't want to renew. He's looking for a new chapter in his career. He favors going to Barcelona because it's always been his dream to come to Barcelona, and given that, you know, he's one of the most successful strikers right now in Europe, plus coupled with the fact that he wants to come to Barcelona and he's going to be a free agent, Barcelona were seriously considering his signing. After a while, there was kind of a little bit of doubts, but no decision had been made yet. But it seems now that Barcelona have decided to rule out the signing of Jonathan David. Now, the Barcelona scouting team have been watching Jonathan David in this past few weeks. They've been watching his matches, following his performance. And based on these reports, Barcelona have decided that Jonathan David is not the profile that Deco and Hansi Flick are looking for, because even though he shines with lots of space and he's able to score lots of goals when he has lots of space, he's not a center forward that knows how to score goals or shine when there's very little space. And of course, Barcelona, most of the times, they play against teams that defend with low blocks, that like to park the bus, and where our attackers don't have much space. And since Jonathan David is not really an attacker who can, shine in those conditions, Barcelona have decided not to move forward with his signing. Now, I know a lot of you are going to say, but, he's going to be a free agent. But free is never really free. You might not have to pay a transfer fee, but in that case, players always ask for a signing bonus. Plus, they usually demand a higher salary because they know the clubs are not spending that much money on their signings. So free is not really free. So Barcelona still have to, make the calculation, pros and cons, and have decided that, unfortunately, Jonathan David is just not a profile that Deco and Flick are looking for. Now, we will end today's video with the news, because it seems that Barcelona dodged the bullet this past summer with Federico Chiesa, because as you might recall, Barcelona were seriously considering signing Federico Chiesa for that left wing. Unfortunately, because of the financial fair play, or actually I should say fortunately, because of the financial fair play, Barcelona were not able to sign him. And as such, Liverpool did for 12 million euros, which at the time it was considered an absolute steal. But it looks like Barcelona actually dodged a huge bullet, because so far Federico Chiesa has missed 15 matches due to muscle injuries. He's only played 123 minutes. That's less than what Pablo Torre has played for Barcelona, across only 4 matches, providing only 1 assist. And that means that Federico Chiesa has only played 1% of all minutes that Liverpool have played across all competitions. And again, this is due to the multiple injuries that he has suffered time and time again. And in fact, this has affected his market value, decreasing from 30 to 22 million euros. And it seems that the Serie A teams are already eyeing his signing because, Liverpool are not really happy with the signing. So it looks like Barcelona were actually saved this time by their financial fair play, missing out on a player that they were looking to sign. They were very close to signing. They didn't. Thank God they didn't, because right now we would all be complaining about Chiesa's consistent injuries. Anyways, that is all the news for this video. I did upload another video before this one, so don't make sure to check it out. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, and as always, Visca Barça.